Um, it's popping off. It's popping off. We've heard the bombshell interview. It has caused ruptures within the Chelsea fraternity. And I'm going to do my best to try and break this down with, of course, a few friends of mine. I was to try to dissect exactly what has happened with this Lukaku interview and try to maybe add a little bit of context that's maybe missing. So we're going to talk Lukaku. We're going to talk Theo Hernandez, Reece James. He's now out for 3, 4, 5, 5 months. Alonso is still the Antichrist. So Chelsea do need a Theo Hernandez. Ousmane Dembele, he ain't signed the contract. So Ousmane Dembele could also be on his way out in January. And there's also been rumors about a possible swap deal involving your boy Morata and your boy Depay between Juventus and Barcelona. Let's talk. So obviously, before I bring in my panel, let's just set the stage here with regards to what has actually been trending right now. So let's go in chronological order as to how this has happened. So Lukaku, an interview with Sky Sports Italia came through that Lukaku did with Sky Sports Italia that was broke by Fabrizio Romano. So when we received it, it seemed as if he'd given the interview recently where he said that Inter Milan is still in his heart. He still loves Inter Milan. He would like to return to Inter Milan. He apologizes to the fans in the way that he left, and he is not happy with the current situation that he has with Chelsea, specifically with the system that he's playing it, with regards to the system that he's playing in with Tuchel, that he doesn't fit. But he says that despite him being unhappy at the Chelsea situation, he will still give 100% because he's a professional. When this went through, it went crazy. How could you give this interview? Why did you give this interview now? Chelsea are dealing with so many injuries. This is an important time in Chelsea's season right now, a very, very delicate time. Why would you give this interview? It makes no damn sense. Then it was revealed that he actually gave this interview 3 weeks prior. He actually gave this interview 3 weeks prior. And that is very key because this interview was given before the match against Aston Villa, where of course he was man of the match and he obviously scored the goal. So that does add a little bit of interesting context to it, but it still doesn't get away from the fact of that you still give that interview and he still said the things that you said. There's definitely going to be follow-up because there's definitely going to be a response from Lukaku from this, him having to explain his quotes, but the damage has already been done. I know where I stand with it, but I specifically want to bring in the panel just for these guys to talk about how they view these things. So, Ricardo, you hear this because I mean, loads of guys. It's funny because I filmed something to do with Nigeria and the Super Eagles. And literally, as I went through, I just had so many DMs. I said, wait, why do I have all these DM messages going up and all the notifications? The guys said, oh, have you heard this interview? So, Ricardo, I mean, when I add in the fact that this interview was given 3 weeks ago, how much does that change the body blow of this interview?
Well, I mean, it changes it just a bit, but regardless of the fact, it's still unprofessional for him to come out and say that. If he's in that same interview, he's saying how he's so professional, yet this stuff comes out. Doesn't matter whether it was done 3 weeks ago or today. That's something you keep within the dressing room or something you have a conversation with your manager. And apparently, he said he did. But even if you did, why does he still have to go out and address these things in an interview? It makes no sense. So Lukaku's being very hypocritical here, and I don't understand what he was expecting because when you sign for a club, you're not just signing for a club for the sake of how much you're getting paid and if this position is guaranteed for you. Like this is a different football. This is a systematic football now. Like when you sign for a club, you're told your role, or at least you should be told your role and how you're going to contribute and what you can offer and how
No,
maybe
no,
the
no.
coach.
But the thing, though, sorry, but Ricardo, and this is what I've been saying is like, I always said that when he was brought into the fold, I said because I was asked that did Tuchel really want this guy? because it didn't feel as if Tuchel actually wanted him, because it didn't feel like if the team was playing for him. So those quotes seem to make sense because I said it seems as if Lukaku is lost within the system, and I get it that when you move to a team, not everything can be baby fed to you,
No,
but
for
we have to deal with the reality. Some players can adapt, some players can't adapt,
no, for
and I
sure.
think you have to suit the team specifically for Lukaku if you want the best out of him and you want to win games.
No, I do agree with that, but at the same time, I mean, this transfer, what I remember of it went down really quick, because I remember he confessed how much he was enjoying his time at Inter Milan, but at the same time, Inter Milan, I believe they had to make some sales because they were going through some financial stuff, and they sold Lukaku and they sold Hakimi for a good amount. Um, it was an unexpected move in the time span that it did happen. Uh, I think it was more of an emotional decision that Lukaku made rather than a good sporting decision. Because I believe that he probably should have stayed at Inter Milan. It made sense. It was the start of something.
No, or my thing again. We don't know all the details, but again,
No, for sure, for sure.
I'm just spitballing. What if it's a case of like he didn't want to leave, but Inter were in a very specific financial situation, and they said, "Lukaku, please, you have to leave. We have to accept it because we are financially screwed." Because
Right.
remember, Lukaku said that I can't come out and tell you the details as to why I'm leaving, but I will tell you this afterwards. So
Yeah,
I'm just
right.
putting it out there.
Yeah, that does make sense. Um, yeah, but I mean, regardless of the fact that like it's pretty bad in my opinion because this stuff comes out. Not only does it come out, but it comes out literally in the worst part of the season for Chelsea. That's bad. And as much as I like, we can seriously talk about professionalism, man. Like it's bad when a black man wants to go back to Italy.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Someone says because like I was thinking of retweeting it, but like, you know what, let me know. But I saw that tweet. Saw the tweet. So yeah.
Can I speak on it?
Yeah, okay. So Eric, before I come to you, man. So Eric, because I want to frame it very specific for you, Eric. I want to frame it very specific. Shout out to your boy JJ Bridgman who says, "Big up HH, very unprofessional." Hashtag Tim's out. And you see, Eric, that's exactly where I'm going. That's exactly where I'm going. That's exactly where I'm going with it. Casey, thank you for that. Banter aside, this is very unprofessional from him. So, Eric, right now, compare. There's so many ways, okay. Let me, 'cause there's so many ways I want to phrase it, but let me just go through. So, what is trending now is Timo Werner. Werner is now trending, which I find disgusting.
Oh, yeah,
Because
I already saw it, man.
it shows you the depths of the lunacy that these psychopaths that call themselves Chelsea fans go through. You're such airheaded, dim-witted, sentiment merchants. You've like, oh my gosh, he's club. How could he do this? You know, Timo Werner. At least Timo Werner really cares for the club. At least Timo Werner really. You stupid idiots! I don't care how professional. I don't care how professional you are. If you're crap, you're crap. Now, unprofessionalism is bad and so forth. But if you're professional and crap, I don't care how professional you are. You are crap. I'm here for only good players. You don't get extra points for being professional and crap. So, Eric, look, my thing here is this: it was done 3 weeks ago. That's the first thing. The other thing is, yeah, you shouldn't be saying these things. But Eric, I'm gonna use your words. I'm gonna use your words, Eric. Context. Eric, I'm gonna use your word, context. Because my thing is, we don't know why he left Inter Milan. We still don't know. You see, we just assumed that he wanted to come back to Chelsea. He was so happy with Chelsea. He's finally come back. And people just assumed that. What if he didn't want to come back to Chelsea? What if it was a case of where he had to leave? And Inter said, in order for you to help us, we need you to now leave for Inter. So if that is true, him saying, now you shouldn't say that in public. That is where Lukaku, I can't roll with you. But what he's saying could be true, that I still love Inter. I didn't want to leave. I had to leave based off some kind of weird financial situation, stuff that we don't really know. But it is what it is. I'm in a situation where I don't like the situation. I mean, I like the situation at Inter, but I was forced to come here. But I'm going to be professional and keep on going through. If Lukaku told me that in private, I'm like, okay, it makes sense. You got to keep going. Now, the mistake he made is that you don't put that out in public. But you see, Eric, there's so many details here. It's like, this is such a juicy story because there's so many details. He gave this to Sky Sport Italia, not to Eurosport. Sky Sport Italia, which means that, are we sure that Lukaku wanted to come back to Chelsea? Or is it the case of like he never wanted to leave Inter Milan? That's, my God, after the horror show at Man United, I finally have a place where it works. I'm respected. I am loved. Why would I want to leave that? But then you don't hear about the stuff of like, oh, I've got unfinished business at Chelsea. Eric, I'm so confused. Help me out.
Oh wow, where do I start? Okay, so I will start with so his Twitter account is disabled, right? So at least he won't get racist tweets, right? People won't abuse him. So that's the only positive I can see here. Mute your mic. Okay, so well, where do I go? Someone literally tweeted that Werner is better than Lukaku. Because
Eric, the fan base is basement level. It's begun. Basically, Werner is now God. Basically, Werner is God and
bro, these guys are stupid, man.
Yeah, someone literally Werner is better because
useless people, man.
Because he's loyal. Yeah, he's loyal and he doesn't look. Lukaku's done, man. Let's be real.
Wow.
He's done.
Hold on. Okay, wait. Okay, Eric, before you go, okay, because you say it's done now. Let me give you like a rebound. What if Lukaku comes out and says, was out of context, I'm sorry, I apologize, it wasn't framed well, lost in translation, because I was reading something on Twitter how the translation is a bit weird, lost in translation and everything. So even if he comes out and apologizes and says sorry, do you still feel that Chelsea fans would be like, nah, Timo Werner's that dude, get out of my club?
Well, I'm pretty sure Fabrizio confirmed that nothing was out of context. So
yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, so
but then other people were saying that it was like mistranslated. So we don't know. I don't know how to speak Italian, so
yeah. Look, Lukaku is a liar, or he's some kind of he kind of twists the truth and frames it in all sorts of ways, because what he has done shows that he doesn't actually care about Chelsea the way he says he does. You know, because if you cared about Chelsea, you wouldn't do what you did. You know, if you were you're not even a professional to begin with. You're not even. Your job is to people don't realize this. Footballers don't have a right to do these kind of things. There's no freedom of speech for footballers. People don't know this stuff. You know, you're not actually allowed to talk about some things. You know, a lot of things have to be kept private. We shouldn't know about things like this. So, and you said about context. There's no please. What is the context to saying I would like to return to Inter in my prime? What's the context there?
Oh, no. Context was,
remember, he's 29.
No. Basically, no. Context was, if he'd done this interview like yesterday, then it's like, wait, why? But why I say context is that this was done before he had a conversation with Tuchel. So obviously, he's saying it because, which is what I said, you're throwing your toys out of your pram. It's not worked out. It's not playing well. And you're like, man, I want to go back to Inter Milan. So it is a very big difference of saying it now when you just had 2 man of the match performances and so forth, as opposed to saying it when everybody was saying that, oh, Lukaku is a flop, man, this guy a waste of money, 100 million pound flop. This guy can't score. Those are two very different scenarios. So it definitely makes more sense. Listen, when I had the interview, thinking that it was done recently, I was like, I was confused. But even I say 3 weeks ago, oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
no, but you just.
But as you said, Eric, what I agree with you, Eric, is you can't mistranslate. I want to go back to Inter. Inter is still in my heart.
No, you can't.
That's like
you said. You mentioned about before he talked with. How do you know he didn't talk with Tuchel before the interview? How do you know he didn't have many conversations before he determined that, okay, the way Tuchel is doing things doesn't suit what I like, what I can do? So I don't believe that for a second. Lukaku did something very bad. Like, there's no way back for Lukaku. There's just no way back. I can't see it because he can't apologize for something that is not. He wasn't honest initially. You pretended like you care about the club. You pretended like you're a Chelsea fan. You don't care. It's not about, you don't care about that. So you clearly you don't. And then you want to apologize for what? Did you make a mistake in what you said? Did you say something that you didn't mean? I'm pretty sure he meant what he said. So there's nothing to apologize for.
See, Eric, this is my because again, didn't he say, when he came out that, oh, I've got unfinished business here, that I'm back to a club that I love, when he came to Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, if you
something
say
isn't
that,
adding up, HH, man. Something isn't making sense.
Eric, something doesn't add up. No, because you see, Eric, my only deduction is this. This is my deduction. Which is what I thought initially. You never wanted to leave Inter Milan. You left. You had to just show face. Okay, I'm at Chelsea now. Let me just do the Chelsea thing. Hey, say everything for PR. PR, public image, and everything. But I think the key thing is he never wanted to leave Inter Milan. And everything he said was just a front as to, I'm here now, it is what it is.
But then where's his PR now? Where is your PR now? How can you do it? Just doesn't make, it's just so stupid. And he talks too much. He talks too much. He does this stuff a lot, apparently. He just keeps running his mouth. Just keep your mouth shut and do your job. It doesn't sound nice, but part of being a footballer is you have to just know when to speak, know the kind of things to say. And I'm not there's no surprise why it's coming out now. It came, it was done 3 weeks ago, but it's coming out when Chelsea are struggling. And apparently the club knew about it, and they allowed it to be public, which is even worse. Yeah, that's what I heard. So that's even worse, because I'm like, okay, so the club, yeah. So Tuchel is in trouble, right? Because why are the club trying to throw him under the bus? Why are they trying to undermine him?
Bro, I'm scared for Tuchel, man.
No. But remember what I said yesterday? I said that all this thing about Tuchel, because Ford was saying now, Chelsea have now changed. They're not giving manager time, bro. Tuchel, that guy is getting sacked. That guy's not getting time. You see, my things are, look, why does all this stuff happen to Chelsea? We just went through a freaking dictatorship with Lampard, and now we're now back in this situation. I see. My thing is, look, because I don't know what you're saying about. There's no way back.
No.
Because you see, Eric, my thing is, what do? You can't. Okay. I assume, unless someone's going to say something, I assume you can't sell him in January. No. So he's here till at least the summer.
Yeah.
You need to still maintain top four. City have won the league, but you still need to maintain top four. You have a Papa John's Cup, you've got an FA Cup, and you've got a freaking Champions League. So what do you do? Because if it's a case of ostracized, you're going to be.
You can't.
No, you can't.
Imagine, imagine what the dressing room is like. Imagine Tuchel coming into the pre-match, discussion with his squad.
No. But see, Eric, that's why it's key. If this interview came out after him and Tuchel had conversations, then it's all screwed. I don't know how Chelsea can go, and then something mess up happen. If this was truly 3 weeks ago, before him and Tuchel had a conversation, then it's about, bro, who leaked this? Who released this? Who allowed this to happen?
I don't know if you remember, HH. I don't know if you remember. Tuchel was asked about something. I can't remember what it was about, but he said he doesn't have time to focus on who released what. Where this leak came from, and where the source was, because his job is to focus on the pitch, focus on winning matches. And if he thinks about where this came from, where that came from, he'll get distracted and he won't be able to do his job. So I don't think Tuchel will be too concerned about. Well, he'll be concerned, but he won't try to find out who leaked this or where did this come from, because Chelsea is a kind of club where also Lampard was in over his head, because according to what they were saying, he wasn't able to navigate the politics of the club. And I feel this is part of the whole politics thing. So Tuchel is in a very difficult situation, and it's going to be very interesting to see that press conference and see what he says, because you can't ostracize people in the squad. That's how you lose the dressing room. It's not going to work out. So look, I told you, HH, there's going to be an inquest. There's going to be a part 2 of this war. how did I call it?
The Civil War.
Yes, Civil War Part 2. Yeah, Civil War Part 2. It's coming, HH. It's coming. It's gonna happen. Yeah.
So before I come to wrap, man, let me see what the streets are saying, man. From Mr. Mans, man, think of the top says, Bram, get the oos, get the oos, get the oos, get the. Look, we'll get to the oos. The oos is next. We'll definitely get the oos. We'll talk about the oos afterwards, man. We'll get to the oos afterwards, man. Ice Freezy says, Mark Henry gave up already. Hashtag to Caliban football. Ice Freezy, I think he supports Barcelona now, so I don't think you should be talking, bro. Lice lazy. LSK Laxon. How dead Sims insult London Blues like this? Hashtag Sims out. Waske Jackson, worry about trying to win a major trophy, bro. Just worry about trying to win a major trophy and let us worry about our own. JJ Bridge says, don't want to fight for your sports teams. Get out. Man, look how come, man, you're in a tricky situation, bro.
He needs to build that relationship back with the fans, man.
I know. Basically, he needs to drop a 3-piece against Liverpool.
Yeah.
Don't blame Lukaku. Serie is waiting to slip into a. Oh God, Jesus. Wildcat says Sims joined Rock Nation and now he thinks he's P Diddy.
Oh.
Wildcat says Sims' response to this, "Ayo, you're wild, bro."
No.
Wait, did you see anything of like where he's basically rapping and so
Yeah,
he's dropping like a mixtape or something? Okay, Ralph, talk to me, man. Ralph, is my guy done, man? I mean, Ralph, how bad is Ralph? Chelsea fans are going crazy, man.
Bro,
and you know, especially the wrists as well.
Bro,
man.
they were tatting on him today. Oh my gosh, bro. One of them was like, oh, Tuchel over Lukaku. Bro, I've never, since, you know, when we went through that bad patch through Lampard, bro, I've never seen Twitter like this. Bro, where do I start? The thing is,
do you think he really wanted to come to Chelsea to begin with?
I think he did, but I think as soon as he stepped into the Cobham, he regretted it. I think all the memories that came back from the bad times he had before getting sent out on loan, I just think from the get-go it wasn't a right fit, man. And this, for me, this is not even about the quotes or anything. This highlights how horrible the board have been dealing with all the recruitment we've had over the past few years, man. Seriously. You don't even, especially when he talks about the system, you don't even know what striker you want to buy. You don't know what type of striker you want to buy for your system. You just want to buy a striker and put him in. And I don't like the narrative, bro, how we should have just bought a striker and we're going to win the league. We should have got creators, man.
And which is why I kept on saying to people that, and I think it was me and Eric that said that, did Tuchel really want Lukaku? Then Ford said, oh, no, Tuchel wanted Lukaku because Tuchel was a guy who was like, Bruno, his quality, he can do this.
Even if Tuchel said, oh yeah, I wanted him, I don't believe it because Lukaku's just said Tuchel's not using him right. So this is the proof, man. Tuchel has to say, oh, I
was going to another angle. Lukaku said that I'm back home, I'm here, it's all good and everything for public face. Look, once Lukaku joined Chelsea, he couldn't be like, oh, I want to go back to Inter. I still love Inter. I'm only here because I have to. No. So maybe Tuchel was like, I didn't want Lukaku. He was forced upon me, but I can't come out and say I don't want this dude. I've got to come out and say, if you've bought a marquee striker that Chelsea fans are excited about, as a manager, you have to comment on that striker. So even if you don't want him, you've got to say stuff about why you did want him. You can't say in public that, I know you guys are really excited about this striker, but me personally, I really want this guy. I know what, I'll just try my best. No, you've got to play the PR game, because that's why they have like PR training. So which is why I learned watching the Juve Amazon Prime thing. Before you go to a press conference, guys will tell that, bro, they're going to ask you this, and this, because PR is hugely important. So all because Tuchel said he wanted Lukaku doesn't mean that he really wanted Lukaku. Yeah, continue.
I don't actually mind. This might sound crazy, but I don't actually mind Lukaku talking about him going to Inter. I'm more worried about Chelsea's board, man. That's what I'm worried about. And it highlights how bad they are and exposes Marina and all those guys up there, man. That's my main problem.
It's a Ralph. That's the bigger issue. So people never look at the bigger issue. People are like, oh my gosh, you don't love Chelsea. That's what's so important and everything. Do you know how to try? Use your brain. The guy who, if Saul said this stuff, I'd be like, the hell? If Werner said this stuff, if Pulisic had this interview, they're like, who the hell do you think you are? The dude that just gave this interview just had back-to-back man of the match performances. Worry about what really matters. See, people are such sentiment merchants. I'm not a sentiment merchant. I'm a winning merchant. How does this team win? How does this team defend their Champions League crown? How does this team win the Premier League? And they win it by surrounding Lukaku with quality players. But it complicates things if Homeboy never really want to be here. But Ralph, continue, bro.
It affects there's no way it won't. The what he just did has caused a problem behind the scenes. It just does. It
has,
and
but for me,
yeah.
I don't at the moment. I don't even care what's happening on the pitch because we know is not good. But there's a bigger issue here, man. It's been a big issue for
we know the club
years.
the club is wrong. And when people, this is what annoys me the most. People say this stuff who don't even know about Chelsea, and then Chelsea fans believe this stuff. We are not run well as a club. We're not.
We're not.
People need to understand this stuff.
It's the biggest myth ever, man. We've got 3 centre backs going out on a free in the summer. We haven't even got a left wing back. We have no cover. We don't even have a DM, a natural DM.
Reece James is injured.
Reece James is injured for a couple months, apparently.
We need a right wing back as well. We can do it. Look, I'm just waiting, man. Civil War 2.0 is coming.
Bro, I just hope Tuchel he gets past this, man. I hope he survives. That's what I'm hoping for.
Look. Am I the only one that's enjoying this? Like, I want the club to fall apart.
Wow, you're evil.
I'm not evil. I just look. This time of football is slow, so this is drama. That's good. So I just want to say, like, I think from Lukaku's standpoint, I think saying it wasn't the right decision. I mean, doing an interview because the newspaper, whoever revealed this wanted a drama because the timing, it was just perfect. It was perfect timing. Chelsea is struggling. The club is in disarray. Just release it now. It's going to hit.
Trying to screw over Chelsea. Basically, someone is trying to screw over Chelsea. It was trying to sign.
Yes. Someone that had that interview was like, "I'll wait until the perfect timing." And
how could he be enjoying Chelsea getting screwed over like this by press?
No. I'm used to seeing it over with PSG. So it's nice to see other people.
Juju, you're sick, man. Look, Juju, did you know Chelsea? You know that Chelsea allowed players to do this stuff. So basically, what you're saying is
Chelsea's fault, man.
Yeah, someone tried to mess Chelsea up, and Chelsea let them do it. Basically,
yeah. It just be like it now makes everything interesting. Like I cannot wait.
But do you feel Lukaku is in the wrong though? Do you feel Lukaku is in the wrong than anything?
I think what's it called? Like I think he made a mistake. I don't think it's a big error. I think he made a mistake doing the interview. The one guy that's screwing him over, the guys that released the interview at this time, they screwed him over big time because they released it when everything is going.
Bro,
really
I'm
bad
not mad at
Chelsea.
Lukaku. I'm still okay with
Yeah,
him.
but
Those other fans, those racist guys, man.
Oh, true. But I mean, it wasn't like intelligent. But I don't think it's a big deal.
You see, my thing is that people are saying, "Oh, bench him, sell him,"
and
do what?
Exactly.
That's reactionary.
This is where guys are not thinking. This is where guys are not thinking. I'm sorry. It wasn't Saul that said this. It wasn't Werner that said this. It is the most effective attacking player in a team who said this, who is still under contract.
Yeah, look, so, just do your job, man. That's it.
No. Just because guys say, "Oh no, bench him and play Werner." Because Peter, Peter, do you know how sick guys are? This is a fan base where a Chelsea fan says his proudest day was when the fans stopped the Super League. And no, hold up, I'm not finished. Hold up. That same fan said that he was at the Champions League final in 2012. So this fan, guys, let me land. This guy said his proudest day in his life was when the fans stopped the Super League, my dream. And that was a greater moment than seeing Chelsea beat Bayern Munich in the Champions League. So there are people in his fan base who will be like, if Novena is playing, missing 1v1s and playing like a garbage, brainless idiot that he is, they will still prefer that. Why? Because he smiles and he's professional. Did you see this kind of bro? This is a job. This isn't the UN. This isn't like current affairs or so forth. It's a freaking job.
Yeah, HH.
And everything, he's still under contract.
Yeah, HH. He's also the highest earner at your club, so
he's the highest earner. He's
so
the
you
most-
have to play him. Not only that, but I can understand if you didn't want to play him if he had like less than a year left in the contract. But he literally just signed, and he's the highest paid.
Yeah,
and he's a record signing.
Yeah.
He's
So,
a record signing.
so because of this right now, and so just to appease the fans, bench him. No, it doesn't. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah,
It doesn't work like that, bro.
Yeah, but
No,
I
my-
think let's go. Was too sorry. Yeah, I think the one thing if I think the one thing is if Chelsea are smart, they go just act as if nothing happened and then continue going and win the games. Because it's like if they play into this and then you start seeing Lukaku benched and there's drama, they just doing what the guy that released these guys that write newspapers, they want stories. So this is like, so if we Chelsea smart, don't give him a story. Just continue life, you win your games, and then it's over. That's it. There's nothing to talk about. But if Chelsea now go bench Lukaku or start making comments, but like they need how they handle this is very important because this season can go, it can go upside down. Like if Tuchel makes the right statements and then just continues on, that's it. But they shouldn't make it worse. Sorry, Zeman, you want?
So Zeman, let me just hit the judge before you go, Zeman, man. All right. Where's the guy? Brits first there. All right, we already got that. From Wingubani says, Harambol Lukel out. Lukaku is tired. I'm tired.
Bro, this guy's a
I
Pulisic
knew
stan,
Mbani
man.
would defend it. I knew Mbani would defend
This guy's a Pulisic stan. You can't be
I
talking.
knew Mbani would defend him. Mbani, you're a very strange man. You're a very strange man. From your boy Bash, Lukaku might just use Mark Henry's finisher on Tuchel.
Bro. This guy's
Look,
terrible.
and by the way, Bash, I can see from your profile you're a Real Madrid fan. What happened last season in the CL semi? What happened? Yeah. I thought as much. LSK Laxon, wait till Bram finds out that's, oh Jesus, an ethnic abused his precious club. The club is made relevant with his hard-earned money. Hashtag, why is Mendy on 50k? Hashtag, Tim's out. YSK Jackson. Wait, isn't Abramovich Jewish?
Yes.
Yeah.
So technically, he is an ethnic minority as well. So again, but YSK Jackson, again, you've not answered me. When last did your Bombers club win a major trophy? And I did watch the game against Burnley, and Cristiano Ronaldo is a fantastic football player who can't control a ball, but he's a fantastic player. Wingubani says again, thank you for the dub. Is it the players or manager who's bad? You said Lampard was the main problem. He was. Surely Tuchel is mainly responsible for this brick football.
Bro, Lampard was a bad manager, but the players are not good.
Bro, Tuchel should definitely take some blame, but Umbani, your hero, your idol, your Lord and Savior, Pulisic, is one of the main issues. Even if Moses himself was the manager, he couldn't do much with that psychopath known as Pulisic, who runs around like he has no brain. YSK Jackson, even after the abuse, Tobo Stimo stays real. Hashtag similar. Do you know how sick it is that Werner is somehow the hero here? Like, how do you celebrate?
Hey, Chief, do you not know how much this makes me so
how does he become the
mad
hero
that
in
this guy's getting praised today. This guy
It's
Timo,
weird.
I hate
Ralph,
this
it's
guy, man.
crazy. It's
got,
like,
who
White
got him
privilege.
involved?
This is all that's
Bro,
happening
I
as of
hate
late.
this guy,
like,
man.
it makes no sense. Like, how do you go from Lukaku, you made a horrible decision, given an interview, to I love Timo Werner. Timo Werner. Wait, guys, he's rubbish.
Shit.
He's a rubbish. How do you go from? Let's stay there. Lukaku, you messed up. How do we now sort this out? You messed up. You don't go from there to Timo Werner. I don't care how much he smiles or how professional he is. He is a crap, rubbish, stupid football player. Let's stick there and forget about how professional the guy is. Your boy Casey says Mount is your most effective attacking player. He's also average and he's also mid. And if Mount is the best player in your team, you're going nowhere. So Casey, that's just me being real. Ice Freezer says the leftover killed Chelsea Football Club. # ball. Ice Freezy, who do you support? Ice Freezy, who do you support?
I think he's Man United
Is
fan.
your trash ass team?
He's a Man United fan, I think.
Z-Man. Oh, is United? Enough said. I didn't even mention anything. I don't talk to guys who don't know how to win trophies. Z-Man, talk to me, man. Z-Man, talk to me.
This is wild. This guy's coming out to the press. I think it was an Italian press, right? He came out to an Italian press.
Sky Sport Italia.
Yeah. So my thing is, on one hand, I understand his frustration, and he's just feeling like the style of play is it's not suited to his capabilities. But on the other hand, you're undermining the manager in the locker room as a whole, and it just feels like this is a situation where you could handle it, behind closed doors. If you have a problem with the manager, just go up to him instead of talking to the media. And it creates so much team dynamic problems, because at the end of the day, everyone probably heard of this. I'm guessing every player has heard of this, and Thomas Tuchel has to make decisions in terms of how to deal with Lukaku and his statements. And you also have the fact that it comes down to recruitment at the end of the day. You see, Chelsea, when it comes down to recruitment, I think Eric said it previously. When it comes down to recruitment, I just feel like you guys don't necessarily recruit players that fit your system. It's about buying the player and finding a way for him to fit the system. It's the other way around with you guys. And it just comes down to, your organization. But majority of fans are stuck up on what Lukaku is and how he's worth $100+ million and hasn't necessarily delivered that on a consistent basis on what people expected of him in the beginning of the season. And they're holding that against him, even though he has been your best player and he has been on form. And it just comes down to, I think, let's be honest, bro. Lukaku deserves no slack. I mean, he shouldn't have come up to the press, but he should have handled this behind closed doors. But at the same time, I'm just wondering. It goes back to the whole thing of, was Lukaku a planned signing? Was he really a part of Thomas Tuchel's plans? I don't think he was, because even you look at Werner and what he added to the team and how he fitted so well into the team in terms of just his pressing game. You could say he wasn't a great finisher. That's why you guys were looking for a striker. But Lukaku didn't fit that mold, and it just doesn't make sense that you guys would sign that player and not have a system for him already made. So he just fits into the system you guys already created. And it comes down to either a managerial problem in the sense of the manager he has a system, but the recruitment just didn't bring the players that he wanted for his system. So it becomes a rift between those two. And honestly, I'm interested to see how Thomas Tuchel will handle this. How will he manage this? Because it could go many ways, bro.
Man, he ran away from this stuff at PSG.
Yeah,
that's why he left PSG.
And the thing is, if you remember his quote, I think he said something along the lines of, he would rather deal with players like Lukaku compared to Neymar and Mbappe. And if you go by those statements, I just feel like this guy, he's gonna make tough decisions. I feel like he might even drop him some games, even though he might be on form. I mean, this could be a rift between the manager and the players, and then a rift between the whole team in terms of which side.
Zeman, drop him and play who?
No, that's the thing, bro. That's the thing.
Wait. Drop him just to prove a point.
He can't do it, man, because Chelsea won't back him. You see, if this was Pep, it's a very, very different scenario. Pep can do that very easily.
Chelsea don't back Tuchel, man. Tuchel, you're on an island. You're on an island, bro.
So is this almost the end of Thomas Tuchel at Chelsea? Because it feels like it. Because
Tuchel's in trouble, man.
because if Thomas Tuchel plays him, it feels like to him it will undermine his powers in terms of him starting, and it feels like it's either that or there's gonna be more rift in terms of just punishing him and not starting him, even though he's been on form. So it's about which poison is he picking. So for me, it's like this might be the end of Thomas Tuchel.
Look,
If anything, bro.
Tuchel needs to do what he needs to do to keep his job. That's what I think. Forget about personal pride. Forget about looking undermined or not looking undermined. His job is to win games and stay there as long as possible. That's what I think.
I believe that, but managers to a certain extent have egos, man.
Of course they
Like,
do.
Yeah, true. But
That's
you know
the
what?
problem.
You know what, Zeman? This is how I think this will go. I think this will be boring. I want it to be good, but it will be boring. This is probably what will happen. He will go and say the right things, and then like maybe bench Lukaku 1 or 2 games to show that he's disciplined, or to show the other players that maybe this is the wrong way to handle it. And then after that, life continues. Look, it all depends if Chelsea wins their game. I mean, they win their game.
And plus,
if they win,
and plus
everyone,
Lukaku,
no one cares.
No,
Yeah,
and plus Lukaku coming out and apologizing or something like that.
Yeah, true. I think it all depends.
For me,
if they lose,
that's
then
just for the public.
My thing is that, look, if he comes out and apologizes, what do you say? No, we don't accept your apology. Oh no, what you?
No, you have to. Like, it just. Like,
I mean, guys,
okay.
come on. We're not kids here. And so, like, this isn't the UN or World Hunger. If Lukaku said, "I'm sorry, I apologize. It was taken out of court. I'll never do this. I deeply apologize. I do love Chelsea and so forth." What you're going to stay angry?
Maybe
Shut
you know
up.
what? I think you're right, Richard, because most of Chelsea. Well, it seems like most Chelsea fans are sheep, right? So
yeah, they're gonna fall for it.
they'll just
I
easily.
feel like they'll fall for it, and then plus the whole Inter Milan comment of how much he wants to go back to it. That's like, and this guy said, I believe he said he wants to go back to it in his prime when he's still a top class striker.
But Zeman, Dzeko.
Why would you do that? Why would you say that though? In your prime, you want to go
No,
back?
HH. He has a 5-year contract, HH.
Yeah, that's weird. And you're 28.
My friend, even if he had a 2-month contract, if you're Simone Inzaghi, look, okay, if you're happy to sit on the bench, cool. Dzeko is popping off. Dzeko not about popping off. We are sitting pretty much have a clear runway of winning Serie, and we are actually a good bet to now face Liverpool in the Champions League in February. So Inter are looking real good. So if you're Simone Inzaghi, we don't need Lukaku.
No.
We don't need Lukaku. Bro, there is no return back to Inter because
going back.
As painful as this is, I'm sorry, bro, but these guys have forgotten about you. They forgot about you.
The fact that he would say he would like to return in his prime when he's 28 and he has a 5-year contract doesn't make any sense. That is very strange.
Look,
and plus, if you guys end up like just hypothetically, you guys can't sell him in the market. There's no way you guys can sell him. You guys bought him for 130. Every club is gonna know you want to sell him. You guys aren't gonna get the same price.
Like nobody is buying Lukaku for north of 100 mil. That's not happening. So look, I mean, let's
please let's move on, man, please.
Wait. While Gujar says, my advice to teams is stay away from public travel. Why is Gujar? You are a strange man. From David Oladele. So Mr. David Oladele says, I'm confused. Why are we having this conversation? Have you seen the untwisted transcripts from the interview? It's people say all this thing of twist, untwisted, and everything. Even if you twist and think into it, I'm sure that the original version said, I would like to return to Inter. The only thing that may be twisted is, the wording of how he said that he wasn't happy with Tuchel's system and so forth. But the key ingredients, twisted or not in twisted, are he'd like to return back to Inter. He's not happy at Chelsea. I don't need any more details. Those are just the key points. I'd like to return back to Inter. I'm not happy at Chelsea. I'm not happy at the situation I'm at Chelsea, but I will remain professional. Any details you add to that does not change those key points. And those key points are irrefutable. Those are key points. So there is nothing. And I was on Twitter. I did read the points in contention and everything. So from Casey, thank you for the dope. it's almost certain that teams will be in VVD's pockets and will drop one of the greatest disaster class. You realize then that there will be an insane backlash. You see, Casey does have an interesting point though, because VVD did have him in his pockets at Anfield. Because my thing is, if Lukaku drops a disaster class at Anfield, that'll be interesting. First of all, I don't even know whether the 11 starts. I mean, the blonde hope may start instead. But if he drops a 3-piece, it'd be interesting. But yeah, this is such bad timing because you're doing it before you play Liverpool on Sunday. You're doing it before you play Liverpool. So it is such bad timing because that's the game Lukaku is going to play well in.
Yeah, definitely. I think it depends. If he plays well, like
but
if he apologizes and plays well, people will forget.
He won't. So it's like it's a horrible timing. Didor Roxy the man says, shout out to Larsa and Hostage FC fans. #brick teams. Detroit Rockets. Shout out to Bayern, man. Shout out to 2012 as well. Shout out to 2012. Wisky Jackson says, teams, please avoid any trains around West London. Teams, you can travel freely. Don't mind this, man. Don't mind.
You call him.
JJ.
Why are you calling Tim's one?
Of course, I know it's not logical or sensible to bench him, but HH, you can't tell me what to think. I'll play striker Sunday. I'm ready for Liverpool. JJ Bridge. Stop being a sentimental merchant. I know emotionally bad and so forth, but JJ Bridge, you have to play the very best team. He's under contract. He's the most paid. It is what it is. We have to be grown-ups here. We can't be kids and be like, oh, get out of my club. How dare you disrespect Chelsea? Okay,
Exactly.
I know. But he's under contract. He's still the main striker. He had back-to-back man of the match performances. Right now, he's the most effective attacking player. Okay, don't give me the crap about, oh, no, at least we have Mounts. Yeah, and what? Yeah. What the bloody hell is this freaking man's going to do, man? Your boy Winger Bunny says, please stop calling Mount our best player. Disrespect. But Umbani, you're anti-white though, so that's my thing. You have an anti-white agenda, so for me, I call it real. But you're anti-white though. That's the thing. Your boy, pro-black FC. Oh wow! Replace Mount and Werner with black players.
This is the opposite of English FC, English Town FC. He's like the anti-Christ.
Does anyone here have any thoughts on Lukaku?
Can I speak on it? Yeah,
Suleiman, yeah, go for it.
So I think my respect for Lukaku has increased since he stood up against he stood up against Theo. He risked his life for it. So yeah. Now, all jokes aside though, if I was a Chelsea fan, I'd be scared because like he is the biggest attacking weapon you guys have at Chelsea, and in my opinion, I think the creative players you guys bought have failed at Chelsea. Like when you look at a Ziyech. When you look at a Havertz, I mean, I know he scored that important goal in the Champions League final, but besides that, when you take that away, he's not really done much. So to have your biggest attacking player, like would you call it like a mutiny kind of? Like he's having a rift. So I mean, it'll be interesting to see how Tuchel reacts if he benches him or if he just like pretends it never happens. But like. It's such a bombshell in my opinion, where I think something's gonna happen because of it. So it'll be interesting to like see what happens at that Liverpool game.
I mean, would it make sense to bench him because of
this? No. Because why would you bench? Like, who would you place Werner up top with a Pulisic? That's not.
I don't know. Suleiman, Werner was the top trending on Twitter. Chelsea fans love that piece of crap. So
if Tuchel benches him and we lose like 3-0. Then
yeah, what good outcome comes from
if that happens, I will do the stream sharp. I'll do the stream from Stamford Bridge or wherever it is, man. Anyone else thoughts on this before we move on here?
Oh yeah, I was about to say. I was about to say. I honestly don't think this is even a big deal. Like, look, he said he wants to leave. Okay, that's fine. Like that doesn't even change the situation because like the situation is there's a lot of players that are injured. There's a lot of players that like with the COVID thing, and Chelsea needs to get their act right. The whole Lukaku thing is a distraction. That's like okay, look, he said it. So okay, so well, like he can leave, but as long as he's playing for Chelsea, he gives 100%. That's the end of the discussion. If he doesn't, and then just continue with life, because it's like I think the problem is that midfield with Chelsea. I saw like, I saw, I didn't watch the game. I saw the extended highlights, and that Chelsea team, I don't know what's going on. It's concern. I saw the
no,
midfield.
man, it's rubbish. It's rubbish. It's
Can I
rubbish.
say one last point, HH? real quick?
Was it?
Can I say one last point about Lukaku?
Yeah, go for it.
I think his his media, like the way he acts in front of the media, I think it's a bit suspect because like you look at how he deletes his Twitter, you look at how he's like he brings up like
He's
this
emotional. He's emotional.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to like conduct himself professionally in front of the media, and to be like he's not a young player. He's like what 28. He's not like an 18-year-old Jude Bellingham that says
no, but so my thing that everyone deserves their day in court, and I think that he should be afforded the chance to respond and explain his side. And I think
no, HH, no. Don't respond. Don't respond. You said already. He said enough already. Just keep your mouth shut and.
Okay, so he shouldn't apologize.
No. Look, it's over. There's nothing to.
Yeah.
Well, I say this, but I know that a lot of sheep who, if he starts playing well, they'll just forget everything he said. But the way I see it, don't even address the issue. Just move on. There's no way to rectify. Just yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. So from here, Sam, I think the dub Sam said, would any City Liverpool player ever say this? #Tin Pot Club. But that Tin Pot Club just won the Champions League. And Sam, I want to know which club you support. See, you can't call it a Tin Pot Club when we just won the Champions League. So it doesn't make like Champions League winners, Tin Pot Club, but they don't they don't match, you know. So yeah, bro.
Kinda has a point though.
YSK Jackson, thank you for the dub. Sims apology to London Blues. Ayo, on my dead homies, I was fed up, bro. On my moment, yo, be wilding, dude. No cap for.
Bro, he talks like that too. That's the wild.
YSK Jackson, if he says it like that, then EDL, and the pro-white Nazis will be out for him. So no, that's not happen, man. That's not happen. Please relax. Let's go to give me a major trophy, bro. From Romelu Lukaku. Pulisic amounts give me depression. I need service. Lukaku, I understand, but it is what it is. You're surrounded by garbage trash. That's these pieces of crap loser, no life Chelsea fans support around. David Oladele says the guy literally said the system was different, but he needed to adapt back. He needed to adapt back to Inter. Why are we assuming he meant now? Maybe.
No, he said on his prime, right?
On his prime, he said.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said on his prime.
30, wait, AJ, to be
35,
fair,
37? Why would he...
No, AJ, at the age of 34, 35, you're still a young prospect in Italy, so it kind of works out.
I mean, look at
on your 30s, you're a young upcoming talent.
I mean, you're right, but no, but David, like, my thing that is, even if it's okay, it is that he needed to. Now, I didn't read that whole thing of him saying he needed to adapt. What I read was that he will still be a professional, but that this is a different situation from what he expected coming into. That's what I read.
Isn't he contradicting? So how are you being professional yet you're talking to the media about your situation?
No. He said that rather than whinge about I can't fit in the system, he'll still be professional and keep on playing. So he'll be professional in the sense of like I will just keep on trying, rather than do what Tevez did to Mancini and just not decide to come on, you know. Wait. Oh yeah, I thought Matt. I was hearing some Ross around, man. So guys, okay, look, man. Let's get into some transfers, man, and even stay thing with Chelsea, man. So look,
Theo Hernandez,
yo, this club is boring, man. Let's move on,
please.
Theo Hernandez. Now look, I don't know whether you've heard the news, but Reece James could be out for, I think it's 3 months. So Chilwell has to have surgery. He's out for most of the season. Reece James is going to be out for a few months as well. So it's bad. Alonso is the Antichrist. So he can't walk. Now, this is where we stand with Theo Hernandez. Milan, they want to sell him. But if they are to sell him, they have a price. And the price is 60 mil. 60 mil. I'm going to give where I stand, and then I will give it up to the panel. 60 is quite steep. Chelsea, if they don't get a quality left back or right back, that could be Chelsea's season done. That's how important it is to get a left back. Because again, Chilwell, it is what it is. I mean, I get it. You're like, it's an injury, he'll be back afterwards. Do you want to now splash out 60 mil on a left back, even though that's you're going to get Chilwell back and Rich James back afterwards? But here's the reality. This is the reality. Because even if you get the Hernandez, you still have to sort out the right flank, because I don't want Chilwell at right back. Pulisic is flipping garbage. Azpilicueta does not know what happens and beyond the halfway line. But Alonso is basement level. Right now, Alonso is gearing up for Class A brick residency. We are opening up residency to this guy in Class A very soon. That's how bad this dude is. So in my view, if it's 60 mil, try and get lower. But if it's 60 mil, beggars can't be choosers. Beggars can't be choosers. So I'm going to come to you. What's it called? Eric, man. Theo and Hernandez, man. Where do you lie on this thing, man? Eric. All right, your boy Ralph, man. Talk to me. Theo Hernandez, man.
Bro, I think we should get him because
60 mil.
Yeah, I think we should get. Bro, Chilwell's got ACL. He won't be the same for like a year and a half, man. So I think we should go all out for him. I don't know if it'll be January or summer. Probably summer. So we'll probably.
No. From what I heard, that's a January price. 60 mil. No, because I know the idea. No, bro. Chelsea needed that left, so the idea is to get him in January. Now,
if Chelsea think logically, bro, I would get Digne on a loan until the summer, send him back to Everton, and then get Theo Hernandez. That's what I would do.
So you wouldn't go all out for the 60 mil then for Theo Hernandez?
I don't think they'll sell him in January. No way.
Well, okay. If let's say they say 60 million, that's okay. We will negotiate 60 million upwards. Would you go in for 60, or you just say, nah, save that money, go for Luka Digne on a loan?
Yeah, probably getting Luka Digne, yeah.
Right,
I think that would be he would need to adapt to the Prem. So
look, he'll adapt. The guy will adapt. Relax, man, adapt.
H, can I go on this?
Yeah, go for it, man. Go for it, bro. Go for it.
So I think I believe it was PSG that wanted this guy this last summer, and they were asking for like somewhere between 60 to 80 million, which is for a left back. I mean, I can't even fathom that. That's a lot of money. But honestly, he is a good fullback. He had a great season last year. I haven't kept up too much with him this year, but last year
he also had a very good Nations League, bro. Very good.
Yeah, he did. He's very good. I wouldn't say he's underrated, because I think a lot of people are aware that he is a top left back, one of the best left backs in the world. However, does he fit in Chelsea? I mean, I think he can. He definitely is very quick. He does offer a lot of offensive options. Defensively, he's all right in my opinion. But I don't know. To me, it's more like the 60. It's not even just guaranteed 60. It's more going to be like 60 minimum. So you can be looking up to somewhere between 60 and 80, just like last year. And that, in my opinion, that's a lot for a fullback. And I don't know if it's worth spending that much for a fullback.
And anyone else thoughts on
that?
I can.
Yeah, I want to go.
Zeman and then Suleiman. Zeman.
So, okay, Theo Hernandez is a left back. He could also play left wing from what I've seen of him. So he could play in a more advanced position if he needs to switch to 3 in the back and have him be an offensive outlet. But in terms of what you guys are looking for, I mean, that price tag, man, 60 mil. Aren't you guys also going for Koundé? So
Koundé as well. No, I mean,
Koundé 60 as well.
Because
it's a mess at the moment.
Because Rudiger is on his way out.
Christensen. I just saw Christensen's. He might go to Barca, man.
Azpilicueta is on his way out.
Yeah, he's going to Barca apparently.
We're getting all the scraps.
Yes, so basically, like
Christensen is
it's the
dead.
case of Chelsea getting Delict Kunde.
You're
And
not getting the lick, man.
I don't
You're
want
not
the
getting-
lit, man.
No, you
He's
see-
overrated.
You see, no, you guys need him because you guys need to play 4 in the back, bro. If you guys are planning to switch to a 4, he's perfect for you guys. Out of all the center
But how
backs
much?
that are available,
It would cost like 120 mil.
yeah, that's the problem. So if you guys bring these guys on and they're combined, they're worth like what 120, maybe if you guys get the right price for them, and then you're also looking at. My problem is Chelsea willing to spend all that, or are you guys just going to go for Theo Hernandez, considering that he offers
Chelsea
more
just put
more
themselves in
forward?
a sticky situation, man.
Well, Chelsea are in trouble, guys. Chelsea are in big trouble.
No, but
Whole overhaul.
We need a right wing back.
They're a Finnish club, if we're being honest.
no, right
Oh.
back and left back. You guys are going for right backs and left backs.
No, guys. People keep saying this stuff. I need unequivocal evidence that Chelsea want to switch to a back four in the near future because I don't see it. I just don't.
I don't see it without us changing the midfield.
We have to change the
with
line.
Tuchel?
defense.
With Tuchel at the
but-
helm?
Yeah.
Not now with Tuchel at the helm. I'm sorry.
So are you guys buying these players to play 3 in the back and you guys just having
Yes,
contract
yes.
problems? Is that the reason why?
But
More so than changing?
does Chico not see that it just restricts our attackers?
But the
Well,
attackers
playing
are
three in
not
the back?
good. The attackers are crap anyway.
As much as they're not, some of them are not good. It does hold them back. We don't
No.
create high
What
quality
also
chances.
what also holds you guys back is you guys don't have that much creativity in the middle of the park.
Exactly,
Well. Like, let's be
exactly.
honest. That's your biggest gripe in terms of midfielders, and you
I don't
guys
know
don't
how Chico
necessarily
doesn't
have
see
that.
this.
So for me,
The
I don't know
No,
if this is the
no,
best.
Ziman, have to move to a back for have to I'm tired. Ziman,
Yeah, no, it gives you more creative
a lot is
outlet,
required.
but
A lot is required. We have to sell a lot of players. I mean, a lot are going anyway, probably, but to switch to a back four, a lot of there need to be a clear out.
Oh, no, but that's happening. Like,
Okay.
if Rudiger is going, Aspi is going, Christian might be going, and you're not getting Kunde, Sevilla play a back four. Delict, we know that he's a back four guy as well. Theo Hernandez, Milan play back four. I think the natural thing is now going back to a back four. That has to not be the natural progression because the back three, it works well for you coming in as an interim guy trying to see this is the whole thing. That formation was a response to the dictator known as Lampadiscos IV. That was what I was. A response can't be now a philosophy henceforth. The mistake to get made is, this works really well. I think this can work for a season. No. It works for those 3 or 5 months.
Who told you Tuchel is not a... I mean, it's funny. You keep saying this dictator thing. And how bad is it to be a dictator, really? And who told you Tuchel isn't a dictator?
No. Eric, bro, Mourinho is a dictator. Pep is a dictator. But be a dictator and actually be good at your job.
So
Don't be a
is
dictator and be garbage at your job. That's the difference, bro. Pep is a dictator. If you don't think Pep will get out. Everything I say, this is not a democracy for Pep. He's a dictator. But be a dictator and be good at your job. That's what I say. Sorry, Zima.
So you guys are looking to play more of an attack-minded side, because if you guys go to 4 in the back, it could end up leaving your midfielders and adding more bodies to the middle of the park. But
the midfield will stay the same.
Yeah. You guys still lack creativity in that department, and then up on the flank, I don't know if you guys are trustworthy. But then I heard that Hudson-Odoi is like Vinicius, so you guys
I need to finish his finishing, man.
Forwards words are the words of wisdom. Forward words don't
Wait,
represent does not represent the feelings of the half of football. Tata has those forwards words. I never
wait. Is Hudson-Odoi the new Jesse Lingard?
Well, he's 21, so
Ricardo,
that would be wild if he is.
Yo, HH.
Yeah, I'm done with my part, man. Yeah, Chelsea need a lot of recruitment. If I'm being honest, if they're planning to change.
Suleiman.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
Matt, you can go.
all right. Yeah, I think this works out either way, because like you said, Milan play back 4. I think he's better as a wing back too, because in France, I think Deschamps likes to use his wing backs. I'm pretty sure. Back in the Spain game, right? Yeah, I remember that. And I really like under Tuchel. Like Tuchel's good with them. I think. I mean, Tuchel. I think he can speak French, right? I'm assuming.
Oh no,
Yes.
obviously, yeah,
Because obviously,
so yeah,
because he was at PSG. So like,
yeah.
I mean, I think it would work. I don't see why it can't. Whether it's back five.
Is this worth paying 60 in January for it though?
I mean, okay. Here's the thing: Lucas Digne is trash. Like for me, like I get he's decent at Everton, but like
He's
when he was
Alonso,
but when he was at
sure.
Barcelona, remember when he was at Barcelona?
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
he was not good.
Yeah.
He was not
But
good.
then if you pay 60 for him, Theo, right? That's more than Chilwell. Chilwell costs 50. So does that mean he starts ahead of Chilwell? Or will he still be the number two?
Chilwell will not be
Well,
the
but he's
same.
out.
Like that. Man. Come on, man.
That's not exactly
I mean-
how it works, but if you're gonna pay 60 million for Theo, you're actually getting a good deal because I highly doubt.
No,
AC
but what
Milan
I'm
would
saying
go
is
for 60.
you don't pay that much money for a bench player. You know,
No,
that's what I'm saying.
but
Yeah, but
Theo
he's gonna
wouldn't
be a
bench
starter.
player though.
So he starts ahead of Chilwell.
Chilwell
Yeah, but
won't
he's
be
gonna be a
seen for
starter
like
when
a
it comes
year
to
and a
it.
half.
I'm just
PCL
look,
injuries.
Eric, if you want to be real, Chilwell, he's been doing good job and everything. Look at what this guy has been doing for Milan. Look what this guy is doing for France. So if this guy continues to say what's up for France at the Nations League and at the World Cup and is now plays into being a France starter, bro, this is still a meritocracy. So if he plays and he's playing at a high level and is actually offering even more than Chilwell, it is what it is. Like Chilwell isn't given nobody's given a God-given right to start. This is a meritocracy. So you're getting Theo because of an emergency. Or if it's about, oh my gosh, this guy is actually he's actually giving us even more than Chilwell could, then Chilwell.
He's better than Chilwell, in my opinion, but whatever.
Of course not. Of course he's better. He's better, of course. Bro, at a point they said this is one of the best left backs in the world.
Yeah,
And
no,
he's now, bro, do you know that France are the most talented team in the world? And he's broken into the French, and we saw what he did in the Nations League against freaking Spain. So he's like,
We should
don't
spend
anyone-
60 million on this guy.
don't tell
Yeah,
anyone.
but have up to also add to that, he is a former Real Madrid player too, like
Exactly.
Hakimi.
flop.
I mean,
And plus,
I
don't you see adapting problems as well in terms of just his style of play and having
no,
to
Theo
adapt?
Theo
so
can
you can't-
adapt. He can
No,
adapt.
you can't automatically make him a starter. That's all I'm
Bro,
saying.
he has more
Like,
sauce.
let ease him into it, man. That's
He has
what
more
you gotta
sauce
do.
than
Don't worry about
Chilwell.
Napoli.
Yeah, the one thing I'll add is like, does the Chelsea fans want to continue with Tuchel? Because I've learned like you can have the best players, and if you have a bum as a manager, it doesn't even make a difference.
Bro, he's
Why
not a
are you
bum though.
Man,
So it's-
why so
Whoa.
negative? Why the pessimism?
No, he's,
Oh no, I'm just saying is if Tuchel is the guy for Chelsea, then I think Chelsea should look at players. But before buying players, I think they should discuss if they want to move on with Tuchel first. If Tuchel is the guy to stay at Chelsea for years, then give him the players he wants. But you cannot have both ways where some Chelsea fans want Tuchel out, but they
Bro,
want
those
players.
Chelsea fans are weird. Weird
True.
fans.
They're reactionary, man.
They're strange, man. They're strange.
I-
I so like
True.
to have Werner the top trend, you know, basically you know something is wrong. You know,
No.
something is wrong.
I'm telling you, majority of these Chelsea fans don't know that there's no market for managers out there right now, bro. There
Exactly.
really isn't.
Yeah.
There really isn't that much managers
Ronald
available.
Koeman.
I mean, if you want to try that, man, that's suicide right there. But
Ten Hag.
Yo, HH,
all right,
HH,
yeah.
whatever happened to Tomori, man?
Tomorrow.
Lampard.
Oh,
Lampard.
Lampard.
Tomori?
well, they said Christensen was better than him, so
Guys, look at this man. All right, listen.
Yeah.
Okay, this. What
I said
is it?
tomorrow.
I think
This
they all
goes
real.
for- This remember, this is football Chelsea with 2 stars there. This goes for Lukaku, Christensen, Rudiger, or Chelsea player. If they want to be alive, that's the game, man. Guys, I told you, man. That's proper Chelsea, man. Proper Chelsea.
that's not how contracts work,
Yeah,
man.
AJ, can we get in the nitty gritty now?
Zeman, they don't use their brains. That's so. Zeman, don't apply logic. Zeman, you're applying too much logic with these people. Please don't. Ricardo, what do you want? What do you want?
Let's get into the meats and potatoes of this the Oos.
We'll get there, Ricardo says. Sure, we'll
Nah.
get there. We're building
That's
up,
what
man.
I'm
We're
talking about.
building up, man. Let me DJ this thing. Let me DJ this thing. Suleiman, what do you want? Suleiman, what do you want?
So since Chelsea have like a lot of problems creatively, I think Theo Hernandez has a bunch of assists for AC Milan at in Serie. So I mean that could be like one of the solutions for Chelsea in the creative department. I also saw like on Twitter that since we're talking about left backs, Joao Cancelo was attacked like by a bunch of like gang. So I hope he's doing all right, gets better. But yeah, that's all I had to
Yeah,
say.
he got beat up by 4 guys.
His face looks pretty messed up.
Wait. Cancelo got beat up by four guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's on his Instagram story.
That's how you know Man City are destroying this league, man. People got to resort to visit. Oh,
I think it was United fans.
So wait, let me hit some of this, man. Someone says CFC should loan Lukaku to Lugo, man. 40 G's minimum. So man, Lugo.
he'll be a success.
Let Lugo deal with Hernandez, Sanchez, and whichever Sanchez you have there, and leave Lukaku alone. Although maybe Lukaku can sharpen his skills. Is it Sekunda B or Sekunda 3 or something? Where
division? Yeah,
Sekunda B. All right. Shout out to Lugo, man. That's my second team, man. I'm not that stupid. You freaking loser, man. I'm not saying you're using him. You a-hole, man. If Lukaku has had enough, it's okay. Just move on. Relax. Take that proportion. All he needs to do is apologize and everything will be good, man. JJ Bridge. Okay, HH. I just saw... Wait. Am I reading this right? I just saw both my girlfriends. I'm calm now.
That's a W.
Okay. Okay, look. No comments. No comments. Shout out to your threesome there, man. Shout out, man. Dajo RF says, "What's a shock? Teams doesn't like terrorism." Look, what's this guy saying? What's this guy saying? UCL winners, man. UCL winners. Thomas Tuchel. I am playing Saul as striker. # Belgium Judas. Tuchel, I dare you to play Saul as striker.
I mean, he is flexible.
I triple dare you to play Saul as striker, bro. Romelu Lukaku, AK Team says, I came into Cobham today looking for the GM. Tuchel triple man. Came here to win the chip and coach got me playing power forward. Wildin', bro. No, but Lukaku does think, look, he's signed by Rock Nation, man. So yeah, he would think he's American and so forth, you know. So from Tobio Olekore, who says January and summer very key for Chelsea. We might become a United or Barca, God forbid. God forbid. Don't you dare mention that. If care is not taken with our history of bad signings. Also, Mugabe and Aspi versus Liverpool. SOS. Toby, bro,
It's pretty
we'll
bold.
cross that bridge when we get
Yeah,
there.
you guys have a
But
Russian-
I know that as bad as Chelsea's situation is, trust me, it is not as bad as Barca and United. So please, God forbid.
Relax.
Stop crying.
So where are we at right now? So guys, look. The Oos.
Let's go.
This guy, man.
The Oos.
GOAT.
So guys, let me bring this in. So everything was fine. He just got married. You know, his wife was brought through in like a freaking throne or like that. That wedding was crazy, man. You know, amazing. When women will be just like, bro, I want to be brought in with the freaking like flying throne like that. Everything looked good. He was happy. He was dancing, blah blah. He's about to sign his contracts. Everything is all good. You know, boom. Then out of nowhere,
with the money,
you know, but like out of nowhere, he's like, no. I have certain demands. And Barca like, I know you. This is what you want. Well, this is what we're gonna give you. Be happy with it. Ousmane is like, no. So where we're at right now is Ousmane Dembele is obviously not going to sign this contract extension, which means that Barcelona are like, we are not doing great financially. So if you're not going to sign, we are selling you. There is no chance in the hell we're doing a messy with you. Okay? Because first of all, we already paid a lot for you already. We've not really given back the money that we've given for you. So if you're not going to sign this contract, we're now sending an SOS out there for any clubs to try and come and get you. So whether it's Newcastle, whether it's Chelsea, United, even Bayern, I think that January, Ousmane Dembele could be another high-profile signing that could potentially be made here. So let me come first to Suleiman here. So Suleiman, how big of a loss is this for Barcelona, and where do you think Ousmane Dembele will end up, or do you think that Barca and Dembele can come through and kiss and make up?
I mean, I don't think there's gonna be like. I think he's gonna move on because like his wage demands. I think it's like 100 million euros, like for the first year of his contract, and obviously we can't afford that. Why do I have a feeling he's gonna succeed somewhere else? Like he's gonna like, I don't know. I just get a feeling that like maybe like the Premier League or someone was looking into Chelsea as well. So
No, I remember. But if you lose him, will he be sad though? Will he be sad if you? I mean, how much of a loss? Or are you like, hey, look, you didn't really do anything. I know you have amazing ability. Screw it. Or do you think that you are missing on the potential of a true dynamite if you lose homeboy?
I think we're gonna miss a player with like a lot of pace on the wing. That's basically it. I mean, he obviously has no end product as well, but he would have been like a great like what he's doing right now at Barcelona, where he's like getting a few assists. He's like stretching out the opposition's attack with his pace. So we're definitely gonna miss that. But I mean, it's like it's not worth it to re-sign him if he's demanding that much money. Yeah.
Ricky Ricardo, the Oos. Talk to
Oh
me.
my God, HH. This guy has to be like, I don't know if there's a dumber athlete other than the ones inside Prison FC, but like
Timo Werner.
I mean, at least, well, I don't know.
At least what?
At least Timo Werner makes some good. No, wait. At least Timo Werner makes some good runs. All Dembele does is just run with the ball. He's too fast for his own good. All right. First of all, this guy. Look, I get from his point of view, he's trying to secure the bag. He just got married. He might have some kids. You know, he's securing his future. But when you start asking for that much money, like he's at the reports are saying north of 40 million. It's like not even Neymar, Mbappe, like Messi was getting that, and Messi's right foot has done more than anything Dembele has ever accomplished. Like this guy is so delusional. I don't even think it's necessarily completely all his fault. I think it's his agent as well. I think he's completely controlling the situation. From what I heard, it had something to do. The agent had felt a particular way with Ferran Torres. They recently signed him, and they felt that why does Dembele have to take a massive wage cut just to register Ferran Torres? So they're kind of leveraging that so he can get more money out of what the initial agreement was. But it just makes no sense for him, in my opinion, because even if he doesn't decide to stay at Barcelona and he looks to get that massive signing bonus and plus high wages at whatever club he goes to next, the odds are Barcelona are probably going to sit him out and not play him, and that would affect what clubs are going to possibly get out of him come the summertime. Now, if Barcelona take the other route and just try to maximize for whatever is left of him and play him, he runs the risk of possibly getting injured, and that will completely screw up his whole plan. Now, let's just say hypothetically he was to get injured, another long-term injury. There's going to be no club that is going to offer him remotely close to what Barcelona is probably already offering him. And if he does, he's probably going to look to stay at Barcelona. And at that point, you give all the leverage to Barcelona to even lower the demands that was initially offered. Like this, I don't exactly know what his goal is or his agent's goal is, but he's playing an incredibly risky game. And in whatever club he goes to next, it's most likely not going to be at an elite club because this guy's asking for way too much money. The current money he's on right now, he's the second highest paid player in Barcelona. So I'm assuming he wants something similar to that, and he will only sign something less as a courtesy to Barcelona. So if you're looking at Chelsea, for example, you're looking at a guy you're going to be paying just as much as Lukaku, and this guy can't even stay fit. Look, at this point, Dembele's best. he's only as good as he is available, because you don't know when this guy is going to be available. So is he worth that amount of money? Like, in my opinion, he just isn't as a player, and that's not even to count the professionalism behind this guy. Like, he has ruined his career and the trajectory he's going at. I'm not really surprised that he's going trying to look for the best contract possible, because I am assuming with the amount of injuries he has sustained, it's probably weighing on him, and he probably doesn't really care. He just wants to secure his future and just move on with football. And I think it's unfortunate because he has a lot of potential, but I think this is a player that is going to be a big what if, and I think Barcelona is going to be the biggest club he's actually ever going to play for. Anything after this, no other club is going after him, especially for what he's demanding and
Huh?
the record.
So before I come to your boys, Zima, let me take some of these dubs, man. Shout for the dubby in there, man. Thank you, bro. Thank you, man. Mr. Disputes, man. Thank you for the dub, man. Waski Jackson, man. Thank you for the dub. New hashtag. Hashtag you don't want to be here. Leave. Hashtag Tim's that. Waski Jackson, I don't echo the thoughts of those clowns on football Twitter, bro. Please don't associate me with those clowns. Amos K says, makes sense. We heard he was better than Mbappe, ability-wise, not effective-wise, not career-wise, ability-wise, eye test-wise. He scores higher on the eye test than Mbappe. That's all that was said. Pro Black FC gets Oos to get rid of that trash colonizer. No comments, man. No comments. No comments. Nathaniel, hashtag Havertz in HH. Check the tweets on Twitter I sent you. I am playing nothing, bro. I am playing nothing because YouTube is on my ass, man. Oh, Rory. No, bro. Screw that Rory guy, man. I ain't playing no Rory. I mean, I watch it in private, but I'm not stalling this channel without Rory Jennings guy, man. Relax. From Tim's baby mama. Oh God. Hey, half hope. Tim's is wilding. Do you want to hang out? No, I don't. Tim's baby mama. I do not. And Tim's doesn't have a baby mama, so I think that what you're doing can be liable to a freaking court case. And also, I'm taken already. Thank you. Z-Man, talk to me, man.
Those are just a natural bum, bro. This guy, if you look at it, man, his decisions on the field and off the field they just amount to nothing. Like let's really look at this. His agent is what is it, Moses Sissoko, who's also notoriously known for having horrible decision making on the field and off the field. And then you also the fact that this guy is demanding this amount of money. I heard that he's demanding somewhere within the region of 40 million a year, and it doesn't make sense compared to what he has delivered in terms of his overall injury record. I mean, it's horrible, and the fact that you haven't been consistent, even when you aren't injured, you haven't been that consistent with your decision making. This guy is 2-footed, but again, if you're 2-footed and you have horrible decisions, that's just more ways for you to mess up. So for me, in terms of what he offers to the team, I do think he was one of our most natural wingers. But at the end of the day, if he's offering that much, then we should just get rid of him. And it doesn't make sense because how can any other club buy him knowing how much he wants in terms of his wages, knowing his injury record? The only team I think that would be capable of doing it, and you just hope that they have brain cells, is Newcastle. That's the only club I could see doing it.
I was literally about to go there. Like, if this thing is that this guy's asking for King Solomon's riches and so forth, then it has to be Newcastle. Newcastle has to be the only place that he can go to. You know.
So for me, even in terms of his future, I don't see him reaching heights. I feel like he already has a bunch of injuries, and this guy his injuries just is destroying him. The fact that in May this guy's becoming 25, which is supposed to be his prime, and I just feel like with his injury record, he won't reach the top. He won't reach his full potential, and that comes down to not only his ability to manage himself and be professional. This guy, you can have all the talent in the world, but what's the point if you're not available? That's the problem with this guy. So for me, I don't see a future for him. I don't see a clear path for him in terms of clubs that want him. And I just think that if he's asking for that much, we might as well get rid of him and get rid of him in January which would be the ideal situation. But at the same time, it's going to be hard to get rid of him if he already has what's been rumored. He already has a pre-signed contract with Juve, I think, but that hasn't been proven to be the case.
Z-Man, he's not leaving in January. He wants that sign-on bonus.
That's what I'm saying. That sign-on bonus. So he's most likely not going to leave, and then we have to make the decision to sit him out, which would destroy his rhythm in his game. And then when he comes to Juve, I just feel like it's going to take him time to adapt if he ends up ever becoming successful at Juve. But again, it makes sense for us not to make these type of signings. And credit to this board for not actually falling for it and not actually trying to give him a contract that he wants and trying to bend over for him.
No. What was it like? I saw something on Twitter where, like, they had an image of Bartomeu, and it said like, Us is asking for 30. Oh, why did he take 40?
That's
what he really doing.
In Bartonomics, Ousmane Dembele would have secured the bag, but I mean he's not around anymore, so he can't get that bag. But I don't know if you guys noticed, but more often than not now, players are taking more control of their careers and they're opting out to running down their contracts. So you start getting the bigger wages and the bigger sign-on bonuses, and I think this is something that's going to be for the future. And I kind of like it because I always hate it when clubs control the perception of players and pretty much just use them as pawns whenever they want. So, but at the same time, in this situation, we can see that. I mean, it can be clearly taken advantage in the sense of the players, but it didn't. It's the club's fault for signing the contract, anyways.
Yeah. Sorry, Eric, let me come to Matt, then I'll come to you, Eric. So, Matt, your thoughts on this whole Us thing?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say I was shocked, but I am like pretty pissed at Dembele because like when Xavi came in, and the whole Ballon d'Or thing was going on, like everyone was really praising this guy. They're really trying to boost him. Xavi said he was one of the best players in his position if he can stay fit. And Laporta obviously said he's better than Mbappe, And then for him to come back and just demand more money, it's kind of I don't know, it's like you're kind of biting the hand that feeds you in a way,
So I mean, but where does he go? If he's asking for huge wages, is the only place Newcastle for him?
I mean, I heard reports that PSG were willing to get him, and that wouldn't be bad too, because obviously it's French and Di Maria's getting old and Mbappe is leaving.
They have so many attackers and so many attackers.
No. I think Mbappe is leaving because Mbappe is leaving this summer.
PSG is leaving and Di Maria's old. PSG is not that stupid. Messi left this guy just to hang out with another better Frenchman, just to go back to this guy. Come on, give me a break.
But they have a better backline.
Wait. So Matt, finish your point, Matt. Finish your point.
I mean, overall, whatever happens, if he signs it, fair enough. If he doesn't, I really don't care, because it's not like he's given us anything.
All right. Before I come to your boy Eric, but so from Half Hope's baby mama says, I was on your phone yesterday. Whose big booty is that? Eric,
answer.
Eric, can you
the HH universe?
Eric Blue, can you please give your thoughts on Ousmane Dembele, please? Thank you.
Okay, so first of all, he has to stay as far away from my club as possible. Chelsea, I'm begging you. Roman, please, don't do it.
But Eric, what if
wants him?
No, I'm not. We're not doing.
He could be the next Zard, Eric.
He can't. No, he can't.
Yeah, he could be. Yeah.
So yeah, no.
He's a better Mbappe.
What? It's the better what? Look, this whole thing about Mbappe, there's no point even. Okay, so he's more talented. So what has he done with his talent?
According to HH, I'm not saying I said it.
No, I said ability. I test technique.
Okay, so what?
Technique. No, bro.
Left foot, right foot.
No. Look. Wait. Let's be clear. Charisma was always better than Cristiano. Who cares? Cristiano has had a much better career.
No,
So
he wasn't
So
better.
would you want Dembele?
whoa.
Would
That's
you
the
want
same thing.
Dembele,
It's not the
HH?
No,
same
wait,
thing,
AJ,
man.
hold on. He was more talented, yes,
He
but
was
he wasn't
he
better.
wasn't better. He wasn't better.
He was more
I
talented,
said
sure.
technique-wise. No,
Okay.
better with regards to technique and talent. That's what I mean. When I say better, I mean talent-wise, not
Yeah,
career-wise.
well,
Okay.
hey, that doesn't
Okay.
mean shit if you don't work it out.
You have to use your talent. That's the whole point. Okay, so I think Zima said something very interesting. I'm curious about what he said. He was talking about his agent. So his agent is who? Dembele.
Musa
Musa
Sissoko.
Sissoko.
Sorry, Sissoko. I was thinking about Musa Dembele.
Wait,
Sorry.
no, hold on.
Yeah, so Sissoko, the
Wait, the
player, right?
Watford
Yeah,
Sissoko?
yeah, yeah.
No,
the
that's
player.
a lie. No.
No, it's not the
that's-
player. It's not the player, is it?
It's not the player.
No, it's
Oh.
just. I mean, it's a common name.
Yeah.
Okay. So just someone else
Come
called
on,
that name.
come on. You see,
I
that's
was,
what
I was getting confused, man. Okay. Yeah, look, that's all I have to say. I need to go and do some more.
Oh wow. Okay, I really like out. What's it called? Any more thoughts on this Ousmane Dembele from Jujuman? Any thoughts before we move to our last thing, Jujuman, on the Us?
Oh yes, the Us. I mean, he was a flop for Barcelona.
Oh,
Because he was
Actually, he
Yo,
is.
Juju man.
yeah,
He
We're
is,
being
AJ.
honest.
He is.
yeah,
Yes,
'cause
he's a flop.
He was
He's a
yeah,
flop.
he was supposed to be good.
Well,
And he caused Barcelona the. I mean, if he scores that easy goal,
Oh, Juju man.
But
No.
anyway,
Wait,
we'll let
AJ,
that slide.
AJ,
No.
We'll let
AJ.
that slide.
No way,
let
HH.
it
land.
No way,
Let him land.
HH.
Yo, can I say
hell.
something?
No way,
Man,
HH.
you
Yeah.
guys
HH.
are
Let him land.
HH, let's be
Yeah,
honest.
go.
What is the most memorable thing Dembele's done a Barcelona shirt? I guarantee you, is that miss in the 3-0.
Yeah.
No,
You know,
no,
if-
No, it
there
was
an amazing goal that he scored
Bilbao.
on the counter. He scored an amazing goal on the counter. And
Which goal?
bro, Juju man,
Yeah.
if you can't defend a 3-0 lead, you're crap. If
Yeah,
you need
that's true, that's
if you
true.
need a 4-0 lead to go through to a final, you're a bunch of losers.
True,
That's
yeah,
not
but-
on Dembele. Don't give me that crap.
No, but if Dembele was fit and he lived up to his expectation, Barca beat Liverpool in the semis and go to the final. But he flopped. He's either injured or he misses chances. So as far as Dembele is concerned, look, I don't rate the guy anymore. He was a good prospect. Maybe it's just another Freddie Adu. But look, I'm happy he got married and everything. But it's like, look, he was a Barcelona flop.
Are
Let's see
you
what happens.
really happy he got married? Are you really?
Oh yeah. It was like
Yo,
it
Juju,
was like
man.
it looks like a traditional wedding or something like that.
You
No,
would have
can I-
I heard she was his nurse. That's what I heard.
Can I ask Juju man something?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, go for it. Ask him, man. Juju man, ask him, man.
Yo, Juju man.
Yeah.
I've been watching
What's
you
up, what's
on
up?
this Hangouts past few years.
Yeah.
I need an apology for Valverde, man, because you abused him.
Sure.
It's
Sure,
true.
but
All right.
sure, like
Man, that's
Yeah.
revisionist history.
Yeah, so Judge man,
Yeah.
I could apologize.
look, man, I'm not apologizing.
No, don't
sorry.
apologize. Don't
Why?
apologize. It's revision. That shit's revision.
We got
No, no,
a dude a year later.
Sure. Look,
Okay, so
but-
let me
yeah.
take the dub. So from your boy Chris, man, thank you for the dub. If he leaves like this, he'll surpass Coutinho as the biggest flop in Barcelona history. Brain dead on and off the pitch. Chris, that's harsh.
Good shout. Good
Chris,
shout.
that's harsh. Chris, that's
Low
really harsh.
IQ, man.
Chris, that's unfair.
At
That's
least-
unfair. You shouldn't be told against that. So, guys, now I want to split this up because this is a swap debate. I want to split this up into two. First off, Depay. So let me just explain this all to you. So, guys, first of all, there's a rumor. Remember, this is only a rumor, but there's a rumor that there's apparently a swap deal involving Depay and Morata. It's only rumors, nothing is confirmed, but there is just a belief that Barca, they don't want Depay anymore. They want to bring in Morata and they want to give Juve Depay. At the moment, there's nothing concrete, but again, we love our rumors here. We love rumors here, so let's discuss this. But I want to bring this up into these two players. So I'm going to talk first on the Depay. Let's just act like as if this is true. Let's act as if this is true and this could actually hold some weight. Depay hasn't hit. It's not worked out for him specifically. So I want us to focus on Depay first and then talk about Morata. So where I stand with this, again, we're focusing on Depay. For what Barca need a finisher. They need a striker. And I think Depay is still a talented player. He is still a talented player. You cannot look at that guy and say that guy is trash or say that guy is a brick. I just don't think that it's worked out for him, because I think that the role he's been given, he can't fulfill that role. He's given the role of a goal scorer. Depay isn't a guy you rest your goals on. He's a guy that plays behind a striker or helps to supplement a striker. So this is what it is. But I feel sad for him, because I think this was a huge, massive move for him. I think in a different world, in a much more healthier Barcelona, Depay would have been a great signing. If Depay, the way he's playing right now, signed in 18 or 19, or let's say Barca brought in Depay instead of that bum-ass Griezmann or Coutinho, I think Depay is a lot better, man. So guys, just focusing mainly on the Depay. Z-Man, is it over for are you behind him being shaped out that it's over for your boy the Depay?
On one hand, are we allowed to talk about how it involves Morata? Or are we
Let's just focus
talking
on
strictly?
Depay first, because the Morata will be afterwards, and then we'll talk about Morata as a striker. But you can just sort of use this as a thingy. But I want to focus on Morata separately. But go for it.
If he's gonna be gone, man, I would want us to get some type of money off of him. But if I'm being honest, this guy as a player, I just don't think he has the mentality to play for a big club. If I'm being honest, I think his style of play it doesn't really suit what Barca need right now under Xavi. I don't think he's a natural winger. He's not also a natural forward. He doesn't make forward runs as well. So it just becomes a point where in which just Depay just doesn't fit the system, and everyone fully fit. It just feels like if everyone's fully fit, this guy isn't necessarily a starter per se. But again, my problem with him is just his decision making, bro. This guy slows down the game so much. He slows down the game.
Actually, no, screw it. Let's actually combine it. Talk about the swap deal.
Swap deal.
And I think so. Are you on? Let's just bring them both in. Are you on? Does this work for you? If Depay goes and you bring in Morata?
You see, the only thing that Morata has is this guy can actually play the forward position, so he can actually make runs. The bad thing is Morata in front of goals is useless. He's essentially useless. And can you rely on him? But in terms of who would fit better, I would get it, because I feel like Morata would fit better than Depay. But Morata isn't necessarily a great signing going forward. And I just feel like this guy he's also another player that's technically he could bring other players into the game, and he's really good at reading the game. But this guy, he's not necessarily an elite striker that could guarantee us. I don't even think he could guarantee us 15 goals max towards when we buy him in January.
No,
So
but what if the idea like him paired with other pieces and so forth, the goals can be spread around a lot more.
Yeah.
And he's a better goal threat than a Depay. You would say?
Yeah, he is. He's a better goal threat in Depay, and I just feel like with him, his link-up play, I think it would suit someone like Torres and Ansu Fati. But again, I don't see why we would be making signings, and I think it's more complicated to make a signing like that because he's still a loan need of Atletico. So Atletico seem like they're not interested in giving a striker to their rivals. So it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense from Atletico's side because they're responsible for the transfer. And I just feel like what Atletico would want is a loan deal plus 35 million is what's being reported.
Yeah.
And do you really want to pay that amount for a striker like Morata? No. If it's a loan deal, it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense for us to be paying that amount for a guy who's inconsistent in front of goal.
It's man. This is what I think. I think Morata is better than Depay. I saw Depay. Like, we're not going to mix words. Like, he's not up to standard with what's expected of Barcelona players. Like, he's chunky and he moves like a bus. So it's not good.
That's just true.
Come on,
it's not that. He isn't that bad, guys.
He's
Come
slow,
on.
bro.
He's literally by himself.
That's what he means. He's slow. He's slow in transitions.
Don't fat
slow.
shame him. Don't fat shame him.
No, I'm not fat shaming. I'm just saying he's super slow. And then as far as Morata, it's like he's more agile. He's quick. Like, even though he misses, like, he'll make the runs. He will open up spaces.
Yeah, that's true.
With Depay, I mean, I saw him against Bayern. Oh, yeah, it's not working out. Like, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work. Yeah.
No. Morata is better as a forward. Like he fits his system better. But in terms of what I want him per se, and you got to also look at, like I said, they're going to ask for money. Atletico are going to ask for money with an obligation to buy. So it doesn't make sense for us to invest if that's the case. If it's a loan, I get it, but it just doesn't make sense.
HH, can I go on this one?
Yeah, Ricardo, go for it. Ricardo, go for it, bro.
Well, with Memphis, it clearly hasn't worked out. I mean, it's still a bit premature. Like, I like to give guys a year to see where it goes and see if it's worth continuing or not. But if we're gonna be honest, Memphis only came because Coleman was the head coach at the time. He was trying to make this. He was trying to do some Dutch Revolution or whatever.
Bingo.
And had he not been there, to be honest, I don't think Memphis would have came. I think he probably would have gone somewhere else. But I don't know what's going on in Barcelona, man, because when Abidal was the sporting director, he wanted to bring the whole French national team. When Coleman was there, he wanted to bring the entire Dutch national team. Now with Xavi, he wants to bring the whole Spanish national team. Like, don't get me wrong. I think when it comes down to these two players, I think Morata definitely is the better suited of the two. Just because, I know Morata, he was like born offside and everything, but the fact that he's like offside can indicate that he gets into good positions where he can have a chance to score. Obviously,
No, bro. I'm sorry. Like, no, hold up.
No, but I'm coming at.
Wait. How old is this Morata dude?
He's 29.
You can't be all these years into the game and you still don't know what.
Of course, but that's just like how his brain works, right? So like with Morata, like I think the only positive I can take from this is that he obviously plays for the Spanish national team, and I honestly think his performance in the Euros wasn't as bad as people made it out to be. And when you look at the signings,
wait, hold up.
It was trash.
I know that he scored that equalizer against Italy. He then proceeded to miss a penalty in the penalty shootout.
No, for sure. But
like when he missed the penalty, then he then missed an open goal with the rebound.
Oh, HH. I mean, we're talking about Morata here. I'm not talking about a world-class striker, right? I'm talking for what he is. So him playing with all these guys that they recently, like Ferran Torres, Ansu Fati, Pedri, Gavi, I see this somewhat beneficial more to the national team, and I think honestly, Luis Enrique is kind of like handling our transfers because we just seem to want anybody that has to do with being Spanish because we're also linked to Jose Gaya, with Azpilicueta, like these. I mean, I'm not completely sure on all these guys, but with Morata, like I can kind of get the idea of it. I can kind of get the idea behind it, but it's kind of like what Z-Man says. Like Atletico is not going to make it easy for us to acquire him, and there's realistically, if we're looking at this as a short-term solution, like this is definitely not the type of solution we need. And so I'd rather stick with Memphis till the end of the season, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, so what was it called? Switzerland, talk to me. Your thoughts on the Swapini?
I think it's a disgrace that Morata's linked to Barcelona. I mean, this guy is like
beggars can't be choosers, man.
Beggars can't be choosers.
This guy's utter trash. Like I get Memphis Depay isn't the best like forward that's ever played for Barcelona, but Morata's like on a whole different level. Again, it wouldn't make any sense because Morata's like 29 as well. He's loaned out to Juventus from Atletico, so I mean, Atletico don't want us to have a striker. So what's the point of this whole thing? I mean, how is it beneficial at all for Barcelona?
Oh, no. Well, I think the idea is with Depay, he's had so many goal scoring opportunities. Basically, it's weird. Like as I said again, the key word is beggars can't be choosers. So many Barca creating chances. Depay is not putting them away. Morata's the guy that missed a lot of chances. So it's a gamble. Beggars can't be choosers. You can't go out and cherry pick whatever striker you want. So in Barca's situation, they're like, this is the lesser of two evils with regards to goal scoring. Depay is overall a better player and can give you more. But if you're looking at who's the better goal scorer, maybe you roll with Morata, which is still a gamble. So that's obviously the thinking.
HH, do you remember that group stage game last season in the Champions League against Barcelona versus Juventus at the Turin Stadium? Remember his hat trick? this offside hat trick. Like,
Oh
come
yeah,
on.
offside hat trick. Yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
no
The
way,
guy's
man.
the guy's bad.
No, no, I definitely wouldn't go for it. I mean, I get the fact that we need someone else besides Memphis Depay. Like, he's a good footballer, but he's not really a striker. He's more of like a second striker. He's not either a winger or a striker. So, I mean, you have to have better options than like Morata. Man. I'm
But
sorry.
you see, this is the thing, though, is that I would have just as United would never do it. But my thing is going for Cavani, just as United would never sell Cavani in general. See, Cavani, that's who Barcelona should be going in for.
Mhm.
That is a striker. That is the guy. But I think that can only happen in the summer. So,
Yeah,
but if that's
and
happening in the summer, then there's no point in doing this.
and to address like the Aubameyang question as well, like Aubameyang, like he has huge wage demands as well, which Barcelona like can't offer. Like, how much is he getting at like Arsenal? Like, is it 350K per week? So, I mean, yeah, Cavani would have been the better option, but yeah, Man United probably won't give us him in January.
Matthew, talk to me, man. Depay and Morata.
Yeah, I kind of have to agree with Suleiman. Like, if I see this guy in a Barca shirt, like, I don't know.
It's a
I don't
new
know if I
low.
could handle. I don't know if I
It's a
could
new low.
watch the rest of the season.
We gotta sack Xavi if this goes through.
Yeah, if it goes through, like basically, if I see Morata and Iniesta in Barca shirts, I think I might have to stop watching for at least 6 months because I can't handle that.
So I mean, okay. So and where do you stand with the Depay? Is it a case
Okay,
of
look, I get it. He hasn't been great, but to be fair, everyone was injured. He was literally by himself in attack, which I know it's not a big excuse, but like, there's only so much you can do when you're by yourself, and he isn't Messi, so like he can't do it by himself. And I think with Fati coming back, Braithwaite, like, remember his first month when playing next to Braithwaite was the best we've seen him because Braithwaite was an actual striker. So if Braithwaite comes back, Fati comes back, I think he'll perform better, theoretically. So I'd rather just wait until everyone comes back from injury and then let's see where it goes. Because I'd rather take my chances the next 6 months with him.
All right, before I come to your boy, Juju man, I'm not sure how stuff to say. Thank you for the dub, Mr. Dapi, man. Thank you for the dub, man. Thank you for the donation. From Alternate Universe FC. Thank you for the dub. H, can you explain Hazard's dip in form after winning the Ballon d'Or last year?
That's actually clever.
Wait, I'm trying to understand this. So
Alternate universe.
okay, so in an alternate universe, Hazard won the Ballon d'Or last year.
Yeah.
So is his dip in form from the alternate universe, or is he referring to this universe?
No, he's talking about Ultimate Universe. They're colliding with each other because it's a different form, bro.
Oh, all I can say is have hope. He will return back to form and he will defend his Ballon d'Or crown in that alternate. Also, by the way, do you have any tickets to this alternate universe and so for that? I'd like to obtain, you know. So, but yeah, no, don't worry, it will bad. Just have hope. Alternate universe, have hope.
A quick question, real quick.
Yes, sir.
Hazard.
Yes, sir.
Do you still have those tweets in draft in case like PS get knocked out by Madrid and he like scores like the winning goal?
I plead the fifth.
He's not even gonna play.
Lead level Ludio, who's also Magpies, by the way, says, how will Chelsea win the treble if Luke wants to leave? Well, you see, here's the thing, Red Devil Studio. Don't panic. Everything is a-okay. But Red Devil Studio, you and YSK have not answered me. When was the last time your Bombers club won a major trophy? That's what I want to know. When did your Bombers club win a major trophy? So you see, Red Devil Studio, I find it hard to talk to people who don't know what a trophy looks like. I'm so again, call it prejudice, but I'm a trophyist. So if you can't win a trophy, I find it very hard to rate you. So please tell me when last you won a major trophy from your Bombers trash club. People in the live chat, stop calling me an egghead. That's ridiculous.
Wow.
From Juju man, Juju man, talk to me. This whole thing magic. How do you roll, man?
the whole thing about, sorry, I missed the last part.
Sorry. Dembele and Morata swap deal.
Yeah, I think that's a good deal. I would take Morata. I would take Dembele for Morata. I think that's a good deal. Like, look, he gets injured a lot, and he's a flop. But if Morata is not working, I would take it.
No, it's
something different.
Depay and Morata. It's Depay and Morata.
Oh, Depay Morata. Okay, yeah. With Depay, I would like Depay. I would sell him, like, because it's like Morata is going to add, like, because Depay doesn't add. I don't think Depay adds anything. Like, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work.
But would Morata add more?
Yes, he would
Morata
add
add more?
Yes, with his movements, he's no good at using finishing with his.
More offside.
I said goals, not movements. Ven already does already. I said goals. Will he add more goals?
Yes, he has because he's good at finishing with his head. So that is like no.
Wait, are you like Morata's lawyer or something?
No, I just think like
the guy who does not know what the offside rule is.
This guy,
look, I think he'll be more useful than. Because look, he gets selected for Spain. There's no way he's that bad that he gets selected for Spain.
This is true.
So it's like if you use him properly, like he might not be the best finisher, but he'll be an improvement over Depay. I just because it's like with Depay, like, he just doesn't fit the Barcelona system. He needs to move to another team because it's like I know Barca is bad, but it just doesn't work. Like, it doesn't work with Depay. He's just. You need someone who, you need Morata. I think Morata would be better fit for Barcelona. Plus, he understands. He has like a.
Okay, so like if Morata goes in, like, he'll get goals and winning goals and clutch goals for Barcelona.
You're relaxed.
Yes, I think he might get like one.
I don't think he might. We have 4 Barca fans here. Are you vouching as Juju Man, the football analytical savants, that if they get Morata, he will score important key goals for Barca from now until the summer?
Yeah, look, yes, but like Morata, guys say Morata is trash, but it's like, look, what are you going to do? Stick with Depay? Is not working. Look, there's no magics. Nothing's going to happen. Like, so your best bet is to go for Morata. Look, it might flop, but hey, it's better. At least you have a chance there with Morata than with Depay. Because with Depay, we know what to expect. Like, nothing's going to change unless what's going to happen with Depay? Nothing's going to change. So it's like you might as well just get Morata, and then if it flops, okay, we'll allow. But a loan deal will be good. If it does well, you buy him. But if not, then you're doing something. Just standing there and waiting for the players to
it's something. I suppose it's. I mean, you have to roll the dice. You have to roll the dice. Wait, hold on. Let me just hit this up. So, from Mr. Mans, thank you for the sticker, man. Thank you for the sticker, for the donation, man. Thank you, bro. Read my name, please. No, I won't. I won't read your name. And shout out to Sammy. #Sim. Thank you, bro. But yeah, thank you for the donation, but I'm not reading your name. Seaman, talk to me. Seaman, what up?
Yeah, there's rumors going around that Luke with 2 U's can go to Juve for a certain amount of money because Allegri fancies him. If this ends up being true, this is a.
Wait. So is this for money or for free or for a loan?
No, it's apparently it's I don't remember specifically, but I heard it's like 25 million. I think that's for Sevilla more so than us, but that would be an interesting move, wouldn't you say?
No, it could be. Also, sorry, Wilson. We're actually about to round off right now, and Wilson, you're not going to come on and vouch for Morata because I know you are anti-Barcelona and so forth. And I'm seeing Wilson.
This guy's a bum. Don't let him in.
So Wilson, you're not going to come and just spread your anti-Barca hate here. So,
is Morata the most successful failure in football?
I would argue yes.
What about Timo Werner?
Morata would have ended up playing for. So he's played for Juventus, he's played for Atletico Madrid, he's played for Real Madrid, he's played for Chelsea, and he's essentially been a failure in all of these clubs. And do you know what I think is? I think it's because women find him attractive, and also men find
ticket sales.
Also, men also find his wife attractive as well. So I think because he's like a nice, and also I don't know. There was a manager who said that he's a very nice guy. I don't know who he was, But there's magic who said, "Oh no, this guy, he's a
So
great
he
guy
got,
to be around."
he got Conte tax. He got Conte tax on him.
No, bro. Wait, Conte's a nice guy. What do you mean? What do you mean a Conte tax?
No, yeah, he's a smiling merchant, so it makes sense.
Yeah. No. But let's see. He's got nice guy tax. So I think nice guy tax is why he's that's because for me, see, Morata isn't horrible. See, Werner is horrible.
No, come on, man.
Come on, bro. First of all,
Morata's
Werner
bad.
Werner actually won you a
Werner
world.
what? Z-Man, if you're gonna
He
try
won
and
you a
take
Champions
Werner,
League.
bro.
Come on, who made the run to win the Champions League for the goal?
Yeah.
All right, be
Do you
grateful.
remember that
Hashtag
header?
be
That
grateful.
clutch header?
Guys, on that note, guys, thank you all for being here. Shout out to all of you guys. Remember, if you're new, subscribe, like the vid, subscribe if you're new.
Mbappe flopped.
Shout out King Juju, man.
Okay, you know what? Let's he can be in the green room after saying that nonsense. So Ricardo, join yourself in the green room. So guys, I'm not sure yet, but there might be. Okay, guys, what do you think? Should we do? Because I want to do a team of the year. It's a team of the year and a break team of the year. Should I do it as a New Year's Eve stream or do it either on Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday and Sunday would
Saturday or
have the most
Sunday.
traffic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and what's it called? Double H. How about like AFCON? When are you going to start?
Oh,
AFCON?
very soon. We'll build on, bro.
Yeah.
Very soon. Very soon.
Oh, by the way,
we'll even do a preview this Sunday. So wait, so you guys say so do it on New Year's Eve or do it on the weekend?
Well, I
Weekend.
would say weekend, yeah.
Do it on the weekend. I mean, Streets. What do you say? Team of the year should it be done on Friday night or should it be done on the weekend? You guys are saying Saturday, Sunday. Okay,
Yeah,
guys are saying
on the
Sunday.
weekend. Oh, by the way, Update chose Spain instead of Morocco
What is it?
for AFCON. Update chose Spain instead of Morocco for AFCON.
Oh my God, Abde, how could you, bro?
Wait, was he
Yeah.
born in Spain or what? Or
No, he lived in there since he was like 8, like
Wait, so
2001.
Athletic says, I'd like to wish Daddy Oos, Mommy Oos, and Daddy Oos Jr. all the best for the new year. Oh man, how sweet, man. How sweet, man. Shout out to Daddy Oos and everything. So guys, look, man. So I suppose if that's happening, then I wish all of you guys, which means that yeah, I can go and hang out with my amigos New Year's Eve and get myself fully drunk, bring it in the new year. So guys,
Yeah,
next
chill
time
out.
you
your
see
seats,
me,
bro.
it will be
Illegal drinking in seats.
2022. So have a happy new year, have a joyous new year, and I will see you guys on Saturday for the hangers. And on Sunday, we'll do our team of the year on Sunday. So guys, peace out, stay true, stay real,
Peace.
and Mbappe has done more in his time than Messi has. Messi still has zero.
Yay!
That's
No,
fantastic.
no.
There's still a knockout.
Hey.